Hi, I'm Sandy Jerome, and welcome to week 8, or lesson 8 of Disney's Sunrise Yoga. And I'll be explaining at the end what we're trying to achieve here. But just to give you the short version, in a year, I hope to go to Disney's Sunrise Yoga, either at Hollywood Studios or at the Magic Kingdom. And my goal is to not fall down. So what I've done is I've studied the videos and gone through all the different poses, and I plan to teach those to you while I'm learning them also. Today's probably the most iconic, the downward facing dog, of all of the different yoga poses. That, along with the warrior, are the ones that when we see someone doing those, we say, oh, they're doing yoga. Talk a little bit about yoga attire. In all the other videos you may have seen, I was wearing yoga pants and sometimes a yoga top. But most important thing is to be comfortable. It's a little chilly this morning, so I have long sleeves on. This is my favorite yoga outfit, actually, just wearing capri pants instead of yoga pants. I like them because they have a nice big pocket. I'll probably wear them when I actually go to the Disney Sunrise Yoga so that I can have things in my pocket. And talk a little bit about the poses and the sequence and the whole practice is that I like to know what's coming up next. So that when someone says, when we're at a position like the fold, which we'll do today, and someone says, okay, now step your left foot back and inhale, then I know, oh, we're going to be going into the downward facing dog. These sequences of yoga are very, very common. It's common to go from, let's say, a fold, or what we say a swan dive, where we reach down, and then to step back into downward facing dog. So by learning these sequences of what is most common, each yoga instructor can make their own sequences, but the ones that I've been studying, they seem to be pretty common as they move from one pose to the other. And so this is going to teach you how to move into one pose or to the other. So the downward facing dog, and I'll turn sideways for that, is normally moved into from a fold position. And we did fold last week. That was our lesson 7. So if you haven't done fold, and that's where you're going to, start with the block, and you're basically, it's kind of touching your tippy toes. So we're going to move from here down to here until we're eventually able to come down. If it's not comfortable, just come down as far as you can. Then the instructor will most likely say, to place your hands down. And that's why we did fold first, is that, if you're not able to do this, it's going to be hard when you try to put your hands down. So let me move the block here so you can see your hands down. And then they're going to say for you to inhale and step back. Okay, so to inhale and move one of your feet back. They'll either do the right or the left. Bend your knees just a little bit. Okay, and we're going to put our weight on our hands here and inhale and step the other one. And so this is our downward facing dog. Hopefully you can see this. If you can't, then I'll move forward just a little bit here. Is that the downward facing dog is to push your hips all the way up as high to the sky. And then we also try to press our ankles down into the ground. Okay, that's our downward facing dog. And then I'm going to step back into the fold. Okay, and I'm going to move a little bit further up here so that you can see. And you can see I actually have a chair right here for a little bit of stability. So we move down here, step back, okay, step back, and trying to press our heels down into the ground here. Okay, so hope you can see that there. Okay, and our hips up to the sky. We'll move back up again and do it. Now, we actually typically will move from downward facing dog into next week, which will be our table pose, where we're trying to get down onto the ground and then move into the cobra, and we're going to do the crescent lunge. But today we're just trying to go from that forward fold that we learned last week, okay, which was right after the hug. We did the hug, then we did the forward fold, down into the downward facing dog. Okay, that was a simple lesson this week. In the background here, we've been watching, I believe, Spaceship Earth. I moved over to Epcot. I know I say that most of my next week will probably be the Animal Kingdom again. Most of my background is at Disney parks, and the most common is at the Animal Kingdom because I spend most of my time there. But if you stay tuned to the rest of this video, I'll explain what we're trying to do here in these lessons of the Disney's Sunrise Yoga. Thank you for watching. Hi, I'm Sandi Jerome, a novelist and a screenwriter and a huge Disney fan. But I'm also a certified yoga instructor, but have not taught it until now. I learned yoga to lose 30 pounds during COVID, but now I want to do the sunrise yoga at Disney. The problem is that I'm a little rusty, so I've studied all the YouTube videos online from the various Disney sunrise yoga events over the years and made a list of all the poses, and I'll create one lesson for each. And I'll go slow and also show you the chair method for most, and hopefully you'll be like me and plan on attending a sunrise yoga in 2025 as part of your goals and maybe lose some weight. My yoga training is a little different than normal videos or classes because we'll have the background of my favorite places at Disney parks. You're going to get a lot of the animal kingdom because I live closest to that park, and as a Florida annual pass holder and animal lover, I spend a lot of time there. If you take a standard yoga lesson, you might get bogged down with all the Sanskrit pose names and all the ways to do it exactly right. But to keep things generic and simple, I'm only going to tell you the tips to do the pose easier and feel good, because if you're like me, you just want to go to the sunrise yoga and not fall down on that concrete at Disney. Be sure and visit my channel on YouTube when you're done and search on Sandi Jerome and subscribe and ring the bell to get notified. Hi, I'm Sandi Jerome, and I'm a writer and a graduate of UCLA's Advanced Screenwriting Program. My screenplay, Runaway Cricket, is being produced as an animated musical sci-fi by blackorb.com. I'm an enrolled and blood member of the Cherokee Nation and a 2023 Native American Media Alliance Feature Film Fellow. If you visit my website, sandijerome.com, I have lots of scripts, mostly with strong female leads. I also write a lot of books, and some are available for free download at my website, sandijerome.com, or on Amazon. Just search on Amazon, Sandi Jerome. I'm a huge Disney fan and a certified Disney expert, and I wrote Pixie Dust Death. It's a young adult novel set at Disney World. I've also written a book about my experience on the Disney Wish Cruise, along with the Viking River Cruise. You can find links on my website, along with the shopping list for items that I mention in the YouTube videos about these cruises. Now that I've finished my Disney Wish videos, I've moved on to Disney's Animal Kingdom, my favorite Disney park, and I've written a book about the amazing animals. Well, thank you for watching. Be sure to visit my website for some free ebooks you can download. And please like and subscribe and ring the bell to get alerted of my next videos.